What's going on, guys? Seancutshair back with another video. I got a huge transformation for you today. This is a friend of my mom's son. He had not had a haircut since the beginning of quarantine in March. Unfortunately, he showed up before I got to the shop. It was on my day off, and a couple of the guys didn't know that he had an appointment, so they started cutting his hair. So you guys are gonna see in the beginning clip, somebody already took a lick out of the back of his head. We're gonna turn it into something nice. I hope you guys enjoy it. Let's get right into it. We're gonna jump right in. We're gonna start off with some block graduation. We're gonna leave this curly on top. So my goal here is to leave a little bit of a shelf for the top curls to sit on, and then we'll come in and taper the side underneath. So I'm gonna do some block graduation. You guys can see that hair is obviously not laying in, it's curling up, and that's okay. Like I said, we're trying to create a shelf. So I'm gonna work my way all the way around with the block graduation. Then we can come in underneath that with our 4 guard, and we'll cut the whole side down to a 4. Then we can do a taper. Next, we'll come in with the number 3 closed, and we're gonna try to cut the whole side underneath the 4 down to a consistent number 3 that we can do a taper into. That's just gonna give a nicer edge up around the ear and also make that taper a little bit easier than cutting into that 4. So we're gonna go all directions. You guys can see because of the curl in his hair, it's not laying very smooth. We're gonna go in all kinds of directions until it looks nice and neat. Now we'll come in with the slim lines. We're gonna do our initial guideline, go ahead and bald everything out underneath and start our first step. We'll come in with the lever all the way open, go up about 1/2 of an inch, and then we can start to work that line out from the bottom. Now because we punched it in with the slim lines, we're gonna take it out with the slim lines. Next, we'll come in with the clipper closed, and then halfway open above that, and we'll be done with that section. Next up is the 1 guard open. We're gonna go up about another 1/2 of an inch, then we can start to work that guideline out from the bottom. We'll immediately start with the clipper all the way closed. This is the 1 guard closed. We're gonna go almost up to where we did the 1 guard open, leaving just a slight line between these 2 sections, and the 1/2 guard right here will take that last line out. Then we can move up from there. Now the sides are a 3, so we're gonna take a 2 guard closed and flick up into that 3, and you guys will see this line is not gonna go all the way away, but it should lighten it up a little bit. Then we'll come in with a 1.5, and this will take the last line out on this taper. After that, we'll come through and kind of clean it up, make sure we don't have any dark spots so I can work my way back through the system, back to the 1 guard, back to the 1/2 guard if we need to. We're just looking for a nice consistent blend here, and then we'll come in and line this side up. Y'all can see we got a nice, consistent, sharp C-cup. Now we'll go ahead and work around the ear and down the back of the neck before we do the back taper. Now moving on to the back taper, we'll follow the same exact steps that we did on the side. It is already cut down to a 4 and then a 3. So we're gonna start off with our slim lines, do our ball guide line, and then we'll get it all the way down to skin and come in with our shaver before we start our steps. First step is gonna be the open clipper, going up about 3/4 of an inch, making our first guide line, and then we can start to work that line out from the bottom. Come in with the clipper closed at the bottom of the section. As we work our way up, we'll open the lever. So closed at the bottom, halfway open, halfway up, and of course we've already done it all the way open to the top of this section. Once we get that section polished up, we can move up from there. Next section we'll do with the one guard all the way open, and again we'll go up another 3/4 of an inch. Go ahead and make a nice visible guideline, and then we can start to work that line out from the bottom. After the open section, we'll go ahead and close that up. We're gonna go 2/3 of the way up into that section. All that should leave is a line at the bottom of that section that will come out with the half guard. Now you all see this half guard is going to act like the magic eraser. I'm just going to rub it through that line, and it's going to take the rest of that line out between the two sections that we've done so far. And then of course we have a 3 guard above where you guys can see where the heavy line is. We'll start with the number 2 closed and just start to lighten that line up. You guys can see we got a lot of hair left on this side, so we'll hold it out of the way, but we'll go up, start that blend. We'll connect the open 1 to the 3 with the 2 guard, and then the last line that's left in between there will come out with the 1.5 right here. I'm not going to show this other side, guys. It's exactly the same as the first side. We'll do some block graduation, set up the side, cut it with the number 4, then a 3, and then taper the sideburn out. We're just going to move on to the top, and I'll show you guys how I tackle all these curls. All right, so to tackle the curls, we're going to take it out to our perimeter that we began with. It is obviously parted down the middle. I'm going to take it out to each side and make sure that nothing hangs past the perimeter that we started with. Now I'll come to the other side. After we're done with that, we'll pull all of that up to the top, and we will have a guide from each side where we just cut it, and that will show us where to cut the middle and give us a nice consistent length over the top. You guys can see there's a lot of hair here, so I'm just grabbing some sections, trying to get it cut down a little bit, and now we can go in and fine tune. Again, just taking the guide from the side that we just cut, making sure everything on top is nice and even. It is obviously going to curl up, so I don't have to spend as much time making sure this is perfect. We just want to make sure it's all pretty much the same length. Now I'm going to add some cream. This is like a curling cream or a moisturizing cream, so I'm going to throw that in his hair, rub it in real good. We're going to come in with the Dyson with the diffuser and try to bring all this curl back. So you guys can see we're just going to take the Dyson, I'm going to scrunch it with my hand, I'm going to use my fingers, use the Dyson. We're just going to try to get this curl to come back to life. You know, we put some tension on it and took some of that curl out by cutting the top, and this will bring it back. Now last, we're going to add a little bit of a shine product. This is just a basic pomade. We just want to add some shine. This will help it curl up as well. You guys can check out the finished product. All right, so there you guys can see the before. Like I said, about a 9-month quarantine haircut. Hadn't cut it yet. You can see where my guys took a lick out of the back. But there you go, guys. There's the finished product. This is a 4 on the sides with a taper with curls on top, kind of natural. Of course, when he washes this himself, it will curl up a little bit better. But anyway, guys, if you like this video, hit that thumbs up. Leave me a comment, let me know what you think, and I'll catch you guys next time.